We're getting everything set up here. By request, by the way, from Jay. I think I made the request myself. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. By the way, David Vidal looks like he just jumped out of like an 80s spy movie. I don't know why. And, he looks.
Spy movies are good.
He looks like he just got out of an 80s spy movie. I don't know what's going on there. And then of course Tone brought Buddha with him. The great Buddha. Not to be confused with the guy that all these Asian people pray to.
Where the fuck did they go?
Where did they go? They went to have a square, whatever that is. I've heard that term a lot from people from the person.
Back in the old time, they used to say the fag.
The fag.
Actually, that's what the term used to be.
I know.
Smoke a fag.
British term. Yeah,
it's a British term. Yes. Now, okay, we're gonna go to our guest on Skype. We just got done with probably the most racist segment in the history of this radio broadcast.
It wasn't racist.
It wasn't nasty. It wasn't.
Two black guys talking to another black guy called the Negataker.
It was fun.
So now we're gonna go to the most unoffensive segment in the history of this show, where we're gonna talk about soap. Elizabeth Saunders is with us. By the way, quick little programming note: Elizabeth is going to be in studio here in a couple weeks on a Tuesday with Jay Birdwells and Britannia, and she is going to teach everybody how to make soap on the co-host desk. So that should be interesting. But Elizabeth is with us, and Jay, we've just given Jay some of your soap. Well, Elizabeth, how are you? Uh-oh, we can't hear her. What happened? I can't hear you. Ah! Let me hang up and call her back. Let's do that. Let's hang up and call her back. That was funny though. That was a good segment with the negative.
It was awesome. That mug was awesome.
There we are. Can you hear me now? It's like a what is it? Silent movie? I can't hear her, but I can see her talk. So what we could do is we could have her mouth the words, and then I could have Stan or Tone or David reenact what she's saying.
I think I would be better at it.
But I think it would be better if she hung up and tried a Skype test. Try a Skype test call, Elizabeth, to get your audio fixed, and then I will call you, or you call us back when you're ready. Because I don't want to do that, because she's actually a really nice lady. Because I know that David Vidal would be like, well...
I'm not doing that. I don't know anything.
You know anything about soap.
I don't know about soap. I know nothing about what I said.
Oh, and they're just going back again.
Back already.
There we are. Did you do a Skype?
Please tell me that third time's the charm.
Look at that. You did a Skype test that quick. That's amazing. Oh, by the way, we have headphones over there for the people on the couch that want to listen. And you can probably bring a set of headphones and drag it across so David can listen if he wants to the horse obese lady.
Needs guest here.
Well, you've got one of the nicer microphones, though. That's the thing. Now, Elizabeth, we've got Jay Birdwells here, and Jay has some of your soap, and I know that the last time we had you on, Jay really wanted to talk to you, and she was at a Comic-Con.
Oops.
But we've got you here, and we've got Jay here now. So, Jay, do you have any questions for...
First question with goat's milk soap is always, does it have pork in it? Does it have lard?
Does it have pork in it?
Does it have lard?
It does not have lard, no. It
Because
doesn't.
a lot of goat's milk soap will
we use
put
all
lard in it.
vegetable oils. There's no animal fats in it. So we're not killing animals. We're just taking some of the milk and making the soap.
She's smelling your soap.
I am. Trying to tell if I can tell the difference. I've got some calendula planted out in my garden, so I was trying to see if I could smell it.
Ah, yeah. Yes, concha, it really smells good. It doesn't, unfortunately, come through too much in the soap, but, I mean, you can see the little yellow petals that are in there.
Sweet.
Yes.
So Elizabeth is going to be going on the road. She's going to be making soap on TV and on radio in the next couple weeks. And Jae is a...
I've made soap before.
I don't know.
Is that what's smelling like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
It's horse peace soap.
I don't know. I mean, only time when I think of people making soap, I think of Fight Club.
We get that. We
I
get
used to
that a
sell
lot,
some of
actually. You'd
those.
be surprised how many times
Fight
people have
Club.
asked me, have you seen Fight Club?
Yeah, I think of Fight Club.
Lots of people have seen what soap can do when it's in that kind of raw state, and it definitely has some effects, but no, it's not going to touch your skin and just start melting it off.
That's lye.
Not at all like that.
So you don't have any lye or lard in this soap. It's just vegetable oils.
We have sodium hydroxide, which is known as common lye, but the difference between grandma's lye soap that people used to have, where it would literally just rub off and make your skin red, we have formulated recipes where they're actually gentle. So gentle, in fact, that people use our soaps that have very sensitive skin. So we have people that call us with eczema issues or dry skin issues, or they want to use it on their babies or their pets. And so because of that, we use all natural ingredients. We have only vegetable oils that are in them. The soaps that have a scent to them have essential oils in them. We do offer some soaps that are unscented, but it's all natural ingredients, and whatever sodium hydroxide is used in the process of mixing the oils and the milk together, there's none retained in the bar. That's the finished product. So it's just there to make it into soap, and that's it.
What did you get started into soap? How did you get started?
The start came from my older sister who had some goats, and I was still living at home at the time, and she'd leave me for the summer where I'd milk the goats. I'd have excess milk to deal with, and I had an issue with dry skin myself. I was living in Wisconsin at the time. I'd go out to feed my animals in 20 below zero weather. My hands would crack and bleed, and so once I learned about goat milk and the properties of how good it is, not only internally but externally on your skin, I made my first batch, and from the first batch, I never had dry skin again. It was such a transformation that I just knew that I wanted to be able to continue to make more, and so from the first batch, I started giving a lot of the soaps away. It was a very large batch that I made, and so from that reason, we had a lot of people come back that wanted soap because they discovered the same thing I did, that it really helped their dry skin. We get comments from customers all the time about how it's helping their dry skin, it's helping their eczema. And then a couple months ago, we got asked about using it on pets, and so I started researching. And pets, number one skin issues, that they go to the vet for, it's same things that people have: psoriasis, eczema, dry skin, and that kind of thing. So we actually started formulating soaps just for pets. So we also have pet owners that come to us to use the soaps for their pets, but themselves as well. So it's an interesting business that got started all from wanting to just make a little bit of soap from some excess goat milk.
Where'd you come up with Horse of Peace?
That was my family's farm name at the time in Wisconsin. We never used it for anything, and so when the soap started selling to the point where I needed to turn it into a business, which was a wonderful surprise, I used the family farm name that my parents had at the time. We had the horses, and they wanted it to be a peaceful place, and where I was in Wisconsin, it was half an hour from any town. We were just out in a very rural area. And so the farmers had a saying that it was a horse apiece into town, because there were certain towns that were about the same distance apart from each other. So they would say, well, it's a horse apiece here, it's a horse apiece there. So we named our family farm Horse Apiece Ranch, and so that's how the business became known as Horse Apiece Ranch.
That is a unique name.
Yes.
That is definitely.
I wondered where Horse Peace came from. So yes, thank you for that.
Not many
Jack.
people have heard it. It's very unique.
That's definitely something to start saying when you got to go somewhere.
That's
Horse
right.
apiece there.
But hey, when you're from a
Horse
rural
apiece there,
area,
horse
you
apiece
come up with
there.
some really strange sayings.
Yeah.
See, when I think of Horse Peace, I think of the Wonder Woman movie, because they're all riding horses.
See, I haven't seen it, and you keep bringing it up, and I'm tired of you bringing it up. You're spoiling the alert. Why do you keep doing that? You're one of them guys that tell everybody about the movie before they get to go see it, ain't it?
No.
Yes.
No, that would be my buddy Rob.
Yeah, she's. I mean, you done gave me so many goddamn details.
What's funny is when you watch a movie with Rob, he'll like be sitting there and he'll be like, "Oh, they shouldn't go in that room." And then they go in that room and they get killed and he goes, "Told you they shouldn't have went in that damn room."
He's like the black person at the movie theater. Girl, don't take your ass in that room.
So Elizabeth, did you use that nasty little ingredient called dihydrogen monoxide?
Definitely not. No. There's a lot of things that, just as you had a bit of a hard time stumbling over in naming ingredients, no. Basically, everything that are on our labels, you can read in pure, clean English. Everything is mentioned on the labels. There's no hidden ingredients. Even a lot of other soap companies, when they might list ingredients, and even companies like ours where we use all natural ingredients, they'll say just in general certain oils are used, saponified oils, or they might say certain essential oils are used, but they won't list everything specifically. And that's one thing that we have that is very important to us is our customers are wanting to know what are they going to put on their skin. And when you can read the ingredients in plain English, then, you know, it makes a big difference for your skincare needs.
I did pull a wool over your eyes. That is the actual correct word for water.
We don't have any
What?
water though, so that's good. Not even a drop of water.
I learned something.
I didn't learn shit. They just went right over my head.
You didn't hear about that huge hoax going around?
I didn't know anything about that.
I'm like, what?
D-I-H-Y-D-R-O-G.
Yeah, that's what I think. I just H2O.
The only person in the room who probably knew what that was David Vidal because he knows everything.
Stan knew. He was giving me the good.
Now, if you would have said H2O, I would have been like, oh, okay.
That's right. I would have known H2O, but no. Yes.
Yeah, I don't
exactly.
know.
That fake hydro word, no. That's
So
no
she
water.
still
It's 100%
used the
raw goat
correct
milk.
terminal. She did.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Brainiac.
Look at that. Jay,
We all worked
she's
today.
come alive. It's amazing. Okay.
I'm still tired from last night.
Now, we're gonna get to that because I think Jay, you're in the black, whereas the promoters are in the red. But
I don't know what that means though.
That means you gained, they lost. Shit's end. You won, they lost.
Okay.
You profited, they lost.
They lost.
That's-
Because think about it. You sold 2 books.
I
right?
did.
Did you sell more than the 2 books?
Well,
Okay, well you're still in the black.
You're still in the black. Or in the blue, or whatever you want to say. Some people say.
Whereas these guys had to pay for a building,
yeah.
$250 to
I
$500
wondered
bucks.
about that.
They had to pay each of the wrestlers $20, except for the main event guys, which you'd get $50 a piece.
Shit, I ain't wrestling for no
$20 an
goddamn
hour,
20 bucks.
or
No, $50.
for the night.
Yes,
No.
Shit, I ain't doing nothing
That's
for no
professional
shit.
wrestling.
Bullshit.
that's the world of pro wrestling.
Shit, I make more than that in a fucking day. Robin.
Then
I ain't got to do shit.
they had to pay Burgess $20 because he was the announcer. They had to pay Zach King, the photographer at ringside, which I don't know what he gets, but I hear he gets a lot of money. Let's see, who else?
How many?
Referees. They had 2 referees, so they each get paid $20.
The bottom line is how much?
So
How many people went?
Oh, it was packed.
that's the question. $5 to $8 a person.
Maybe they. I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not my math problem.
But then you
no,
got.
because you made out at the end of the
Hold on,
night.
hold on,
You
but-
had- you
but-
sold 2 books.
But then you got to think.
But that
Then
didn't
you got to
cover
think
my
about.
gas, and it
Well,
didn't cover my-
Then you got to think about some of the people that came that got in free. Because I guarantee there was.
Oh,
quite a
there
few
were
people that
freebies.
got-
I
that
know
got
Bob Hunter got
Isn't
it for free.
Elizabeth still online?
Yes, there she is.
I'm still online. Let's talk about
Jay, go
Talk about
ahead.
some soap prices here.
So what?
Yeah, give us some soap prices. Give us some of those.
Give us some
There
soap
you
prices.
go. There you go. Well, we do offer our soaps at family affordable prices. I just want you all to know, if you want a good discount though, 25% off, use Jiggy 17, Jiggy 17. Go out to our website, order a bunch of stuff. It's horseofpeace.com, and you're gonna find soaps in different sizes. You can get a full-size bar, a half-size bar for traveling, or you can even get just a quarter of a bar to try out a whole bunch of different kinds of soaps. But we have a lot of different kinds of soaps. So you want to come and be able to try a whole bunch of different kinds of things. But remember the 25% discount, because that's going to be your best way to go.
Man, you know what, Jack? You're always fucking plugging us. For especially us people that co-host and shit. We're always getting a fucking plug from you. We should be paying you something sometime.
It happens. Buddha's known this out of me for like 20 years. So.
Is your horror piece on Facebook or Twitter?
Oh, she's on it. Trust and believe.
Both. Yeah, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also find us on YouTube. You know, we have 4 sons, you know, with the business going on. So we have all sorts of things that we're doing that we'd like to keep people, you know, asking what's going on, being able to share what's going on. You know, as Jiggy mentioned, I'm going to be on the road here in a couple of weeks. I have about 4 different states I'm going to be traveling in for 5 different interviews and, you know, a couple days time. So we're always moving. We're always telling people about the soaps. We're telling them about the, you know, just the natural properties of it, how we like to be able to tell people the success stories of people being able to use it, and just being able to have people be a part of, you know, what's going on in the business as we're growing. It's a great thing.
Ooh, lavender.
Ma'am, I just told you she was gonna be on top of it. Like she say, when somebody shares their Twitter, Facebook, she's adding you real quick.
That's all right. That's good. We like that. Go ahead, look us up, that kind of stuff. And yeah, Daybird, if you haven't gotten enough soaps, I have a whole lot more I can send you. So
I'm not gonna
Make sure
say
Jiggy
no
shares.
for that. I might just have to send you an autographed book.
ooh, there you go. I like trades. Trades are good.
Well,
That's what we should go back to, actually, the old days of trading. A lot of people be SOL. A lot of these rich fucks shit out of luck. If we just went back to the old bartering trading, what the fuck do they got? What the hell do they got to offer somebody?
It's already starting in the farm world.
You know what I'm saying? What would they have to offer? What would Trump have to offer somebody besides $1 and a toupee?
well,
Now, I got a question for
He
Daybird.
offered it
hold on.
an
She's,
alternative for the alternative.
Elizabeth has a question for Jaybird. So this
I
would be
do.
very
I
interesting.
heard that she does some belly dancing, and I have to say, it makes me curious because belly dancing, when I came out of 8 years of wearing a head covering and trying to become Amish, I turned to belly dancing because it was something that was so far different. It was just an expression of myself. So I heard that Jaybird does belly dancing or has in the past. Is that true?
That is true. You've heard it through the grapevine.
Awesome. Do you still keep up with it?
I'm still trying to get back in shape, but to celebrate May the 4th, I posted a belly dancing Sith video on my YouTube channel.
I'll have to look up that. That'll be great.
I too sat there and did basically the same as you. I took off my head covering and stopped wearing dresses and started belly dancing.
I just found it was really freeing. It was something, not really being allowed to dance. And I was able to join a group of other women. I was the youngest. There were 40, 50-year-old women. We'd just get together in this old barn out in the country and do some belly dancing.
Scary.
It was great.
I think we just had a
It's-
moment there.
It's
Between the two
okay.
guests.
It's over
Amazing.
6,000-year tradition of a woman's health. I mean, without belly dancing, it makes it more difficult for natural labor. It's
yeah.
just
I would never know. I'm
hey,
just
there's
I hope you know nothing about that. It's good though.
there's 3 types of belly dance. There's masculine, feminine, and fabulous.
Fabulous is way out of my league. I don't even want to hear that. I just rather know that they're masculine and feminine. Just do that. I'm still Kansas. I'm still from Kansas, people.
You want to talk another interesting fact?
Probably.
Twerking came from the was it over in Europe? It's called sukus dancing. It's a type of belly dance.
I don't know. I don't really get to see too many people twerk.
Oh man, revelatory experience, and that really.
I don't get to, I mean, it is. I mean,
LSU twerking team or something. They showed up,
The
and when they came
twerking
up,
team.
you know what?
changed my life.
Hey, yeah, I'm sure it did change your life. Probably changed a couple pants too.
Did you see anybody bothering?
Yeah. Why would they be?
Miss
Why would they be?
Elizabeth,
Oh yes,
please stay in touch.
I would love to.
Well, she is going to be here on what, July something?
18th, I believe.
18th.
I'll bring my belly dance outfit if you bring yours.
Huh, I didn't have. It was a t-shirt, and I think I still used a skirt actually. I wouldn't yet.
Well.
belly dancing no matter what you wear.
That's exactly it.
Yoga
That's
pants.
Exactly it.
I'm like,
Now, damn yoga pants. Now, I would like to see that. Yoga pants makes everything look better.
But,
Oh, this is fantastic. Well, Elizabeth, I look forward to seeing you out here in studio, and I know that Jay will make the fast track here that day, and
That'd
we'll
be awesome.
early.
we will film a soap demo with you showing Brittany and Jay how to make soap.
They're going to have fun. It's going to go quick, but I would love to have a couple hands to help and whatnot, and it will be so much fun showing what we do at horsepeace.com and letting you guys know how to do it yourself.
That'll work. Well, I appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jiggy.
Appreciate it. That, of course, was Elizabeth from Horse O' Peace, and I hope that the camera. I caught a shot of you doing the well. That's gonna be the JPEG when we put this.
Yeah.